Prince William has been praised as a very humble person with no ego who lives a life of service to the country, in total contrast to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, who always seek the public spotlight. The future king landed in New York on Monday, saying it was so good to be back, having travelled on a commercial flight from London to the US. This evening, he will attend the Earthshot Prize Innovation Summit. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were at the Invictus Games in Germany last week but have received a furious backlash in recent months for claims made against the royals in their Netflix documentary and then in Harry's tell-all memoir, Spare. Niall Gardner, a US-based foreign policy expert and royal family enthusiast, has poured praise on how William conducts himself but lashed out at Harry and Meghan. William feels he can't trust Harry as Sussex's multi-book deal sparks fears. Latest, he told Daily Express US, Prince William, to his great credit, is a very humble figure. He is very low and lives a life of service to the country. He understands the gravitas of his role. William dedicates his life to preparing for the role of being king and understands the significance of that. He epitomizes the role of a public servant in the truest sense, and there is much to be admired in that approach. The Prince of Wales has no ego at all. He doesn't seek the limelight or glory, whereas Harry and Meghan do seek the spotlight, as is especially the case with Meghan, and I think we saw that last week at the Invictus Games. William carries out his duties with a sense of service, and that is definitely not the case with Harry and Meghan, especially not the case with Meghan. Prince William's popularity in the US has exploded, and he recently came out on top in a poll conducted to find the world leader that most Americans from both ends of the political spectrum can agree on, with a favorability rating of 59%. The Gallup survey from July 3 to 27 saw him followed by Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, 57%. King Charles scored 46% with Joe Biden on a lowly 41%. William also had the lowest unfavorability rating at just 22%. Mr. Gardner pointed to this poll as evidence William is now one of the most popular public figures in the US today, in contrast to Harry and Meghan. He said, Prince William is hugely popular in America. Polling here shows he is a very well-respected and greatly admired figure among the American people. That is the complete opposite of how Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are viewed by most Americans. Meghan is high and mighty and we cannot wait for her to go, says neighbor, comments. Meghan Markle's subtle nod to William as details of Dusseldorf trip emerges. Report, William appears anxious in US visit, as fans can't believe Kate skipped it. Latest, the Gallup poll showed William had a favorability rating of 59% among Americans, which was far higher than Joe Biden. That is an approval rating of 18 points higher than the US president, and that is extraordinary. He is therefore, according to this poll, one of the most popular public figures in the US today. Mr. Gardner also believes William's trip and how he is received by the American public won't be affected by the absence of his wife. He continued, Princess Kate is also a very popular figure in the US and William is probably more widely known to Americans, but her absence on this US trip won't make a huge difference. After arriving in New York yesterday, William said, "It's so good to be back in the United States. No one does optimism and ingenuity like the American people, so it's only right we unveil this year's Earthshot finalists in New York City." 80 years ago, the world came together in this great city to find a new way, through the UN, to solve our shared challenges. I know our generation can take the bold action we need to make changes towards a healthy and sustainable world. The challenge may feel huge, but as John F. Kennedy taught us, we rise to the challenge not because it is easy, but because it is hard and vital.